guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. On the return, it's Jackson. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try the left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Right back to the well. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Offense gets set for second down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second.
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense. A&M comes back out with another first down. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Tripped up for the tackle.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin them deep. And they'll just down it right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
The give to the fullback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American and a first-round draft pick.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give to the big fullback. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They go to the counter. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He has the first and still on his feet. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to take the top off. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job and contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking deep. Snags it on the right. He's off to the races. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The give from the gun. Reads the tackle, and he's got room. And it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, he got the first down, and I know all you probably say, hey, slide, get down, don't take the hit, don't fumble, but that guy's thinking touchdown. He's thinking I can break these tackles and try to make a play, got held up, coughed up the football, defense recovers. Man, that's a big blow for the offense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires to the big fella. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They're bringing heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick. and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Hill. Forced out of the pocket. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. Running with power. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Aggies will have it first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They go to the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. There's a live football. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
They'll try the run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The give to the lone running back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Green. He uncorks one deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
It's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The option look. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Dances away to buy time. Fires to the tight end. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw.
He's looking deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. This quarterback, part of their running game. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Looking for room at the 40. Can anyone catch him? He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that one?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Looking to scramble. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Line getting set on second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Afterbird got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly. Yankee blue.
On the option. Discards a man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Texas A&M going up tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll fire to his right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Turns it on in midfield. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wide out in motion. He lets one fly deep. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the air. He wants to go deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. A designed run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're trying to get to it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it set up on the outside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, after that completion, it's decision time now. 4th down here close to the goal line. You're down a couple scores in the 4th quarter. You can just kick an easy field goal, take the points, but then you've got to rely on your defense to get you the football back to give you an opportunity to win this game.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Alabama quickly back to the line. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Texas A&M.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Green. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.